Micheal Duncan's life before and after Hollywood were always filled with intriguing events, but it was not in scale for what came later. After his demise, he gave majority of his wealth to Omarosa, his alleged fiance, but things are taking a turn as his mum has some insane updates on this case. Actor Clarke Duncan, who starred in movies like Armageddon and The Green Mile, passed away after suffering a heart attack in July 2012. Following the star's passing, it was made public that Omarosa and Duncan were secretly engaged. Actor Clarke Duncan gained notoriety for his role in The Green Mile, for which he was nominated for an Academy Award. With his roles in blockbuster movies like Armageddon, The Whole Nine Yards, The Scorpion King and Daredevil, he also left a lasting influence on Hollywood. Brother Bear and Kung Fu Panda are among the animated films he has voiced, further solidifying his reputation as a cherished performer. To make ends meet, while he was attempting to land some commercial work, Clarke Duncan took on additional security gigs. He was driven to succeed as an actor in Hollywood. He worked as a bouncer at several clubs in the city, in addition to serving as a bodyguard for famous people including Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx and the notorious B.I.G. Duncan never lost up his goal of becoming an actor in spite of the long hours and laborious work, and eventually his efforts paid off. After his demise, a lot of questions arose about his alleged fiancée Omarosa and his actions of giving most of his will to her. It was also mentioned in the will that if someone were to go against his will, they won't get a single penny. This raised so much speculation among Duncan's family and netizens. Duncan's family got the least shares from his overall will, and they hired investigators to look into the case. Many personalities are accusing Omarosa for manipulating him in his final days to get his wealth. Also, the family is raising questions on how a healthy and fit man suddenly gets in a troubled state of health, that too in his prime. Also in March, Claudia Jordan, a different Celebrity Apprentice contestant, offered her opinion on Omarosa's actions following the demise of Clarke Duncan. Jordan spoke openly about Duncan's funeral when appearing on the Wendy Williams show. Williams stated that Jordan had previously received criticism from Omarosa for posting a ceremony photo on social media. "I think that's a little bit more despicable," Jordan retorted. "For her to have an issue with me putting a picture, a tribute to Micheal, who was my friend, when this woman had a red carpet at her fiance's funeral, it's just disgusting." She was famed for squabbling in Donald Trump's boardroom on The Apprentice, making her one of the greatest reality TV villains of all time. However, Omarosa found her counterpart in LaToya Jackson on an all-star Celebrity Apprentice episode in March 2013. Jackson attacked Omarosa harshly after her removal, calling the former teammate a conniving, scheming cutthroat who probably pulled the plug on Micheal Duncan Clarke, and added Omarosa's fiancé passed tragically not too long ago. He had a heart attack and I'm positive she caused it. Jordan added another dig, and she didn't cry, so she didn't need any makeup touch-ups. The story became more complicated in April when TMZ reported that Clarke Duncan's sister Judy had questions about whether the late actor's fiancé unduly influenced him into rewriting his will and leaving almost everything to her, according to the report. According to Judy Duncan, who spoke with TMZ, she has hired a lawyer to look into the facts surrounding the actor's will modification in April 2012 that made Omarosa the principal beneficiary. Judy thinks MCD was not of sound mind when he made the alterations because the actor's speech was slurred and he was tripping around as early as December 2011. Judy claims that her concerns about Omarosa grew after Duncan was admitted to the hospital after suffering a heart attack, and she tells us that Omarosa was preoccupied with Duncan's money while he was on life support. Another point in Judy's side is that Omarosa has already sold several of MCD's possessions, including watches, automobiles, the director's chair from The Green Mile, trophies and other items. Judy claims that Omarosa sold the goods without telling the family, and she is furious. Omarosa responded to the accusations by telling the gossip website, "Judy is aware that I don't have control over the estate or the funds. She is only attempting to extort money from me and has threatened to go to court if I do not give it to her, which is illegal if you look at all of her emails and messages to me." Duncan's mum is very sad of her son's demise and said in a statement he can be easily swayed by the person he loves. It still remains a mystery about why Duncan wrote a majority of shares to his girlfriend. Well, to get more updates and videos on related content, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the latest video updates. See you soon.